December 15th, 1791. I'm sitting here watching states officially ratify my Bill of Rights, and it's totally ironic. I spent months arguing that we didn't need these amendments because the Constitution was already perfect. Now everyone's calling me the father of the Bill of Rights because of my U-turn on it. But without these 10 amendments, this whole American experiment would get real messy real fast. My name is James Madison, and this is the AP US History My Story podcast. So here's the tea. I originally thought a Bill of Rights was completely unnecessary. I argued that listing specific rights might actually be dangerous because people might think those were the only rights they had. Big brain logic, right? But then the anti-federalists came after us. They were like, bet, you won't protect our rights though, and started blocking the ratification of the Constitution in key states like Massachusetts, New York, North Carolina, and even dippy little Rhode Island. My bestie Thomas Jefferson, who was chillin' in France, kept writing me letters basically saying, bruh, you need a Bill of Rights. He was like, a Bill of Rights is what the people are entitled to against every government on earth. And I'm sitting there like, okay, maybe y'all have a point. Sometimes you got to take the L and admit you were wrong. So when I got elected to the first Congress in 1789, I understood the assignment. I compiled over 200 proposed amendments from all the states, narrowed them down to 19, cut it to 12, and the states only ratified 10. But those 10 absolutely slapped. The First Amendment alone was number one for a reason. Freedom of speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition all in one amendment, that's efficiency and is the foundation of a true democracy. The Second and Third Amendments, guns and soldiers, still causing drama 230 years later, but imagine having British soldiers living in your house and eating all your food. Not the vibe. Amendments 4 through 8 basically said the government can't just arrest you for no reason and throw away the key. No unreasonable searches, no self-incrimination, right to a fair trial, right to a jury, no excessive bail, no cruel and unusual punishment. We were basically subtweeting King George III with every single one. But here's where it gets spicy. The 9th and 10th Amendments were my way of saying just because we didn't list a right doesn't mean you don't have it. And if we didn't specifically give the federal government power, it belongs to the states or the people. Those two amendments still causing Supreme Court cases to this day. You're welcome, constitutional lawyers. After this whole Bill of Rights situation, I went on to become the 4th president of the United States where the British came back after us and literally burned down the White House in 1814. But we survived that whole mess, rebuilt everything, and told Europe to stay the F out of our hemisphere with the Monroe Doctrine. I died in 1836 as the last surviving member of the Constitutional Convention. But those 10 amendments I initially didn't even want, they became the foundation of American civil liberties. Sometimes your biggest L actually becomes your greatest legacy. Like, follow, and share the AP US History My Story podcast because these stories hit different when you hear the original voices that shaped our country.